Will it really? You promise?
I would do that, yeah.
Okay. We can make like $1 or $2.
I know, right? It'll be Daryl in there, like,
Yeah.
just got donating like $1 at a time.
He donates $2, but separately, one for each of us.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, here's $2. You guys can split it.
Can I take it? I'd take $1 to punch you in the face.
Yeah,
All it
I'd
would
take
take.
$1 to beat you.
Josh,
Yep.
how you been, man?
I've been good.
Podcast starting?
Yeah.
Is it recording right now?
Yeah.
So what are we on?
8. We're on episode 8, I think.
You can intro it.
You
intro it.
I got this.
No, you're the guest. You don't intro it.
No. It's good. Welcome to the Texasized podcast, episode 8. I'm your host, Tyler, and today we are joined by Aaron and Jahosh. How are you guys doing?
Jahosh.
You added a syllable to my name.
Tyler, I'm gonna be honest, man. That was a great intro.
I know.
We're gonna use that same intro every week, but just dub over Josh's voice saying the new episode number.
Perfect. That's going to be awesome.
It's going to be a lot
That'd
of
be pretty
work.
good.
All right, sweet. Dude, that was off the dome. I was like, all right, got to think quick right here. Make it or break it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you listened to any of the other episodes since you quit the podcast? And
I listened to like 1 or 2. I have not listened to a lot of them. I need to just like, when I'm working on my car, I need to just sit down and like have that playing while I work on stuff.
Yeah. That's
I
just I listen to most podcasts, honestly. It's like when I'm working on stuff. Like I listen to podcasts too when I'm not playing like games, because I don't like listening to like audio in games. I normally just throw subtitles on. So if I'm playing a story-driven game, I was listening to a podcast and throw subtitles on or something on the game. But like doing projects and stuff too is really good podcast.
Bro, I don't know. I'd just be worried. The reason I don't listen, like, I almost hesitate to listen to this because I'm worried I'm going to cringe.
Wow. I
know.
appreciate that, Tyler.
I'm like, dude, these are my friends. So if it's not good, then I'm going to cringe really hard. So it's kind of like
the prequel one. Honestly, I enjoyed the prequel.
I was
listening to it and I was like, wow, this is so good. The jokes are like
immaculate.
Yeah, they're better than ours.
I feel like, I don't know, man, because like obviously I haven't listened back to it, right? But I did really enjoy the Danny and Austin episode. I really enjoyed the Leo episode.
So you just enjoy all the episodes?
I said 2 of them. Hello?
I'm just saying.
No, I've enjoyed all of our guest episodes. I think all of our guest episodes have been really good.
Okay. So then we're on a good start. Looks like this one's going to be pretty good too.
So Tyler, what have you been up to, man? Let's talk about you for a little bit. You enjoy rock climbing?
Feels like an easy way to get doxxed, to be honest.
You enjoy rock climbing? Yeah.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, I just bought a bunch of
level are you at that you can climb? Kind of thing. Like there are different levels between bouldering and like
bouldering ranks, like V.
Well, there are ranks for actual climbing too. No.
Yeah.
You said they rank
Yosemite. Yeah, Yosemite decimal system.
Yeah.
It starts off at 5 something. I think like 5.3 or 5.4. Essentially, that's pretty much a ladder. And then I think the highest is like 5.12, 8, like C plus or something like that. So I climb Vitavu 5'8", 5'9", but that could be ranked differently based off of just how crazy their markings are at Vitavu. Like they say it's something and it's not. It's something. It's a completely different difficulty.
Mm.
Yeah.
Then do you find like climbing mountains and stuff? Do you find it more difficult than bouldering?
No.
Or are they hard to compare?
Well, okay, it depends. Because bouldering is kind of, it's like the fast food of climbing. I'm gonna be real with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a hot take, but you go in there. You can go to a gym, right? This is indoor bouldering, of course. You go to a gym, you pay, and then they have all these short like puzzles for you to solve, and it's all set up there, just right there for you. You get on the wall, you do it, or you attempt it, and then you sit there and you try it again. Whereas if you go out climbing, I don't know,
Vitavu, let's say.
yeah, Vitavu or any place really, it's more of a process. You have to hike to the place. It's an investment. You have to have the gear. And then it's not just climbing and then falling off and then thinking, oh, how am I going to solve it? That's involved, but during the climbing, you're also doing other stuff. You're placing trad gear if you're trad climbing. You're, let's see, you have like a belayer, which I mean, some indoor walls that's not bouldering, they do that. It depends on what gyms you go to, but yeah, no, I don't know, more interesting. I think it's more interesting outside. That and the holds are not the same. You go to a gym.
Sorry, go ahead.
What?
Finish
You're gonna interrupt me? No, that's okay. That's okay.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought. I thought you were done.
I mean, you sound like you're the one that's hosting this one.
I literally am, but go ahead.
No, I was the one who just did the intro, bro.
That doesn't. All right. Anyway, finish. What were you saying?
No. So essentially, like if you're climbing outside, you don't see the route. Like the route can be a little bit more hidden compared to it. Like takes a different set of eyes. You have to look differently for your route. Unlike in a gym where the rocks are color coded, they protrude from the wall. You could have a small piece of like granite or like a crystal just kind of obtruding from the wall just a little bit, and that could be a foothold. And you don't see it unless you're like right up against the wall and looking down the wall, and you just see a little bump out from it. Like it's a little less in your face.
So it takes more focus.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't. Well, it depends because again, like bouldering, it's a harder route but short, like super short. Whereas like longer climbing or outdoor climbing, it can be a hard route and it can be short, but yeah, you're gonna have to put more focus in, I guess.
So what would you say is more impressive then? Climbing a V9 or climbing a 5.15 or 515?
515, bro. Well, I don't think 515 is it 515 real? Did you look it up?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I did. That's the highest. And V9
And what was the highest bouldering route that you just said?
V9.
V9? Dang. That depends. So have you heard of the, like, I don't know if this is 100% correct. You might want to fact check me here, but there are routes marked with like X and or something like that. And essentially what it means is if you fall while doing the climb, even if you're on rope, you may die.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like extreme, something like that. Yeah, it's a real thing because there are places in the world where you go climb and there are chances where if you fall, even if you're tied into a rope, you're using gear, you could die.
Like you'll just hit something wrong or what?
And they only mark it with just an X?
I don't know if it's an X or what, but I know they denote it in some way. I've heard of that before.
I've been curious how they mark it because I haven't obviously been to a mountain to climb or anything.
Oh
How do
yeah,
they
you
mark
know
the route?
they take like a can of spray paint or a big piece of metal and just staple it to the rock.
The can of spray paint, they staple it to the rock?
Yeah. No, usually you use an app. It's not marked. It's kind of like being on a wild goose chase or a treasure hunt. You'll have a treasure map and it'll show you the general direction of that treasure and it'll show you some landmarks, but you don't really know where like the exact location is of it. So you'll have something like Mountain Project where if you get a good enough surface, you can use it as like a map system where you can walk up to the route. But usually, if you can't, I'm pretty sure you have to look at the directions, and it'll be like, go to this tree and then head towards these mountains called this. But there's like 3 peaks, so you go to the peak furthest to the left, and you pass this route, and it'll be right after it.
So I've done the same with Ryan before, right? When I lived in Wyoming,
Yeah.
where we what is it, caches or whatever? What is it called?
Geocaching?
Oh, geocaching.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like that. It sounds a lot like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, except you get to wear yourself out doing rock climbing at the end.
Yeah, you don't get a little prize.
There's actually
the prize is the adrenaline rush and the fun you have doing it.
That's fair, yeah.
But
then it can be the journey along the way. If you like hiking, then I mean, essentially you're just hiking and then climbing.
Yeah.
So as long as you're cool with the trip, the walking around and all that, regardless if you get there, you might be a little bummed, but it's usually pretty nice going out for a hike and seeing everything.
Josh, if I go to Wyoming and we go rock climbing, are you gonna go with us?
So you see, the thing is, I don't trust either of you.
Wow. Okay.
And also,
you don't trust me. You know how long I've been in your basement for?
Dude, you know how long I've lived with you, Josh?
Josh, you trapped me in your basement, forced me to record this podcast every week, and you still have no trust for me?
And guess what? You didn't show up last week. You know why? he said
you knocked me out.
He said you weren't up for it. You said you weren't up for it.
You knocked me out.
And
you came down,
and I guess
I was trying to gnaw through the chains that you have me hooked up to in the concrete. I was trying to gnaw through them. You grabbed a 2x4, hit me in the back of the head as hard as you could, and then you were like, guess I'll have to upload something from season 0 then.
It was actually a 2x6.
Oh, my bad.
Oh.
Hard to tell when it's hitting me in the back of the head.
Yeah, easy mistake.
Yeah. It's just
yeah.
It's just, Tyler, I think you talk about mountain climbing like it's better than indoor climbing. But ever since you started mountain climbing, you haven't been indoor climbing since.
Yeah, because it's so much funner. Funner?
More fun.
But
not a word.
You rarely go mountain climbing.
Daryl's gonna have a
field day listening to you talk.
I know, yeah.
Tyler, you rarely go mountain climbing. Maybe twice a month. You used to go rock climbing like twice a week indoors.
Here's the thing. Where I live, there are no rock walls. The only one that there was, like a place that had one, was the college. Yeah. So I mean, and then they got rid of it, and there's now no place to do that. So I don't know where you expect me to go. I can drive to another city and do it, but
I'd drive an hour to go bouldering.
Yeah, I'd rather not drive an hour to go bouldering, but I don't know.
I'm just thinking that you're biased because you've only been mountain climbing for the past 2 to 3 months.
Dude, I climbed on indoor stuff for a year and a half or something like that, maybe longer, 2 years. So, I mean, I've got my fill of climbing indoors.
But maybe you just enjoy mountain climbing because that's the only thing you can do.
Mm. And is
It'll be
that
a
such a...
psychological thought here.
I know. Well, here's the thing. Josh is posing it as a bad thing, which I don't see where he's trying to get at.
Well, I don't know why you're trying to convince AJ that mountain climbing is 10 times better than bouldering.
I've been asking him about it.
It's kind of like you're trying to act better than him. You're trying to be like, "Hey, I used to boulder, but mountain climbing is 10 times better." So
Here, let me
I'm going to be honest with you, Josh.
Rock climbing?
Hold on. I'm going to be honest with you, Josh. I would say Tyler is better than me at rock climbing. I would, straight up, just in general. I've been trying to.
That's too kind. That's too kind. You've been improving a lot. I mean, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to work on it to keep up.
I can do certain V3s right now. That's what I've been working up towards.
Okay.
But I feel like Tyler just being out in the mountains and shit. I feel like he can definitely do better than me if he came bouldered. But oh man, the thing that gets me the most is like the finger holds. Like there's just my fingertips on them. I just cramp up. My arms cramp up way too quick.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, it depends on where you go. So, like, different different parks and mountains and all that, they're composed of different materials and different formations. So, climbing is vastly different depending on where you go. So over here, it's all, I think, granite or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's a tough, not a tough material. It's abrasive, very abrasive. There's lots of the cracks are not smooth, but there's a lot of them, and they run straight down the rock in a lot of places. Like I don't know what the number of crack climbs there are in Vitavu, but I have to imagine it's an insane number. But
do you cut your hands up a lot?
Yeah. So essentially, if you were to come, we would tape up your hands. The back of your hands. We'll tape them up. You can buy crack gloves, but sometimes you lose those. Sometimes they wear out. If you it'll be like a season of climbing, and you may wear through them. I don't know. I've never used crack gloves. I know a couple people that have, and they either swear by them or they say that they're the worst. So
if you wear gloves, do you need to use chalk?
What do you mean?
If you wear gloves, do you still use chalk?
Yeah, I mean, the chalk is just for removing some of this, keeping sweat off your hands. It's like
it dries up your skin.
Yeah, and acts as kind of a good thing between you and the rock. It allows you to grip the rock better, not just due to the dryness. I think it's also kind of like a friction, allows more friction to be created.
Yeah.
How tall do those usually get?
What?
The walls that you climb in the mountains.
I want to say 30 feet if it's a single pitch or more.
30 feet's like double a bouldering wall.
30 feet's like what?
Double
a bouldering wall.
Is it? I'm just looking at
yeah,
the rock
I'm
now.
pretty sure it is. I think it's like
10 feet, 20 feet. I want to say it's like over 30 feet. It has to be over 30 feet. Most stuff is, I think, 30 feet or more. If you're doing trad, climbing, something that's not a multi-pitch. If it's a multi-pitch, then maybe it's closer to 30 feet for the first pitch, and then maybe another 30 or more for the second pitch.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, I mean, it's a good distance, but I would say it's just a little slower than bouldering.
Yeah.
It just depends on how you climb. I don't know.
I climb really slow.
I feel like you're asking a lot of questions and I'm not quite able to answer all of them. I mean, I'm still pretty new to climbing. I mean, even though I've been doing it for like 2.5, 3 years, I still don't know enough to be able to like be a good
mentor.
Well, yeah, mentor or someone that just has all of the information. But that's the nice thing when you do go out, like, so it's again seasonal, and Viru is a hot place for a lot of climbers to come. So when you go, you'll see a lot of climbers, and usually you kind of group up with them sometimes, and you'll climb with them. You learn stuff that way. You share gear. You learn how gear works and which one works best for certain places and all that. Like it's a very social thing.
You climb each other's cracks?
Yeah.
All the way up?
All the way up.
Through and through.
Dude, you know that's why you're coming here.
You know it.
I feel like climbing though, does it really get that complex other than the tying off and the rope work and everything? It's mostly just grip strength and
again, just like bouldering is kind of like the abstracted version. Like it is intense beta. Like beta is, I'm pretty sure beta is the intended way a route is climbed. And so usually there's a trick involved and you kind of have to puzzle it out. So that could mean flagging out a leg to get like a change your center of gravity so you can grab another hold, or you know, just changing how you do things until you figure it out. But there's usually a beta to a route. And so it's like playing kind of chess. Well, no, not chess. I would say like solving a jigsaw puzzle. You're putting all this together.
I know what you mean, like how it would be like the paths are hidden in the rock face. Like they're not as noticeable as if you're in an indoor rock climbing gym where it's all colored.
Yeah. Well, but it's not just that.
It's probably the same for you because you're colorblind.
Yeah. Well, I'm not colorblind enough for it to matter. I just joke around. I use that as an excuse when people are like, "How come you didn't see that rock right there?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm colorblind."
Oh, so that's what you were doing when you were here in Texas.
Yeah, I was messing.
You're grabbing the wrong rock.
Dude, you know, I'm not that colorblind.
I don't know. I can't see through your eyes.
I told you before.
I wish I could though. That'd be so interesting.
Oh yeah, of course.
You can imagine.
It's okay. And you need eyes, I'll donate mine.
Real?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Appreciate that.
But it has to be those circumstances exactly.
What?
That I die and that you need eyes.
Well, what if I lose both of my eyes? And then they're like, if someone has one eye they want to transfer, would you give me one of your eyes?
Oh no.
For one eye?
Dude, here's the thing. What happens if I give you my left eye and then they put my left eye in your right eye socket?
Why would they do that?
Well, I'm just curious, right? Because you're right eye dominant.
How do you know?
Okay, so walk up to a mirror. I know you're near a mirror. And make a triangle with your two hands. And then look through that triangle with one of your eyes at the mirror. and then you tell me which eye you see in the mirror.
Look. What do you mean?
So take your hands, put them all the way out in front of you, and make a triangle with, like, so almost like you're going and giving someone a high five, right? You open your palm that way. Stick your thumb out to the left like you're making an L, and then put your other hand right next to it. Put your thumbs together, and then the tips of your other fingers together, and you kind of make a triangle that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then hold it out, arm's length away in front of you. Look at the mirror, and tell me which eye you see in the mirror.
Both.
The triangle's too big.
Oh.
Yeah, bro. You're just like...
I got big hands, bro.
Yeah, make the triangle smaller.
I'm just holding it in the middle of my face, bro. I don't understand.
No. Okay, dude, there's no way. Look. Dude, this is like a dummy-proof thing that they use to figure out your, like, eye dominance, and you're out here looking directly in the middle.
Maybe I can just see with both of my... Maybe I'm just both eye dominant.
No, AJ, you're tripping. I'm telling you right now. Make the triangle smaller.
It doesn't have to be a triangle. Just make a hole with your hands.
Am I supposed to be like on the other side of the room from the mirror?
No, you're just supposed to hold your hand out in front of you and make like some sort of circle or something, and look at the mirror through the circle, and you should be able to see an eye. Which eye is it through the circle in the mirror?
My right. I had to get on the other side of the room of the mirror.
Eye dominant then.
I had to get far away from the mirror, bro. Y'all told me to get right up next to the mirror.
Were you up? Were you like? Could you see your breath on the mirror?
No. I had my hands against the mirror. My hands were touching the mirror.
Bro, no wonder. You realize how a mirror works, dude. You're like, yes, let me just hold this mirror in front of me.
You didn't specify, bro.
I'm sorry that I did not specify how far you should have been from the mirror. But yes, back to your point, right? So now you're right eye dominant. So essentially, what they would do is they would possibly give you the choice. Now, I don't know the logistics of if you could put a left eye in a right eye socket, but would you? Or would you just go like matching? Like, so that if we went out in public together, they'd be like, he has the right eye and he has the left eye.
No, I'd put it corresponding.
Okay. Interesting. That would be kind of cool, other than the fact that we'd have no depth perception. But at least you could see. As in, like, someone could throw a ball at you, and you wouldn't know how close it is, unless you knew the size of the ball.
I've done this before.
Yeah.
I've covered up one of my eyes, and then I just want to throw something at me, and I can still catch it fine.
Yeah, that's because you know the size of the object. Now, if someone took something that you don't understand the size of, like, it could just be an unmarked ball. You don't know how big this ball is. All you know is it's a round sphere. It's a spherical object coming at you. If you don't know how big it is, you will probably miss it with your hands. Unless you just hold it out and hold your hands out in front of it and you just hope that it doesn't.
But what if you use your brain and you imagine that object in 3D space?
Yeah, no, that's usually how you get away with it. Like, without depth perception.
No, you just imagine your perspective outside of your body with two eyes.
You just astral project.
Yes.
And then you have two eyes again.
Okay, yeah. You do that, AJ, as you're walking around, astral project your soul out of your body. And then just play third player, I guess. Or third person.
What? AJ,
player.
you never imagine yourself like floating outside of your car while you're driving?
I do that all the time.
Okay, well then you got
like you're in
right?
GTA and you can see the
Yeah.
roof of your car. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then everyone else starts running away screaming like in GTA 2, like when you drive like up on the sidewalk. It's really weird.
You do that?
Uh-huh.
Or you see your car do that?
Yeah. And it's like, I'm not driving this car, you know? No, I'm outside looking.
Mm.
That's when your impulsive thoughts take over.
Intrusive.
Yeah. Dang it.
Both.
So, Josh, what are some other topics you have, man? Let's move on to another topic.
The Migos are secretly breaking up.
I don't know what that means.
Migos, they did Slimy Grimy, Slippery with Gucci Mane.
I don't know.
The song Josh always sings.
The song.
Oh, I know
Grimy,
I know
shiesty, but
what
still
you guys
shine.
say, but I don't listen to the song.
It's the singers. They're called the Migos, like amigos.
They're breaking up.
They're breaking
Amoebas?
up. They're breaking up.
Okay. I don't know if that's a great topic because what are we supposed to talk about?
No, I just wanted to bring that up.
Okay.
I'm
Do you know why?
I think Offset is doing his own stuff or something. And he doesn't want to be part of the group anymore.
It's kind of messed up. They're all family, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
Wonder how that worked.
Well,
if they all like had music backgrounds, or if like it was a Jackson 5 sort of situation.
Quavo is Takeoff's uncle, and Offset is Quavo's cousin.
Oh, so it's not even like brothers and sisters, or like brothers or whatever. I guess there was no women in the band, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so it was just people that just so happen to be related.
Just so happened, dude, it's his uncle and his cousin.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is it's not like they're brothers.
Oh yeah.
It was an uncle and a cousin. But wait, hold up. So is the cousin would be, is it the son of the uncle?
No.
Okay, so what you're saying essentially is you have an uncle and then some other family member's son, which is the cousin.
Correct.
And then this person.
No. It's three people. Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset.
So it's two nephews.
Quavo,
it's two nephews and an uncle?
No, Quavo is Takeoff's uncle. Okay? And then Offset, the third member, is Quavo's cousin.
Dude, you're going to have to draw this family tree out for me.
So Quavo is an uncle to Takeoff. Okay? And Offset is Quavo's cousin. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it's two nephews and an uncle.
Yeah. Dude, it's okay, AJ. I didn't get it the first time either.
But how can... So it must be like second cousins because since Quavo is the uncle...
Quavo is Takeoff's uncle. But Offset is Quavo's cousin.
Are they all around the same age?
I believe so.
So it must be second cousins and like great uncle.
Great uncle would be old.
No, not great uncle. It wouldn't be second uncle if it's
You know what? I don't think second uncle is a thing.
Clearly, you've never had a second uncle.
Do you have one?
I don't know. I never speculated the family tree all that much.
So look, Offset is 30, Quavo is 31, and Takeoff is 28.
Man, they're old.
Well,
What?
asshole. They're not even old.
Before younger than 50 is young.
Okay, so you're saying a 48-year-old is young.
No one said. I said 28.
Yeah, Tyler. He said 28.
Josh, yeah, but Josh just said anyone younger than 50 is not old.
I agree with that.
Okay, so a 48-year-old is young.
Yeah. I'd say a 48-year-old is still
The
considered young.
40s is basically the 30s part 2. So.
Okay. All right. I think old is purely based off of
mindset.
No, I mean like based off of your age at a point in time, right? Because someone is either older than you or younger than you.
Yeah.
So therefore, someone that's 28, 30, whatever is old. Someone that's
no. I think
17, 15, 13 is young.
I think being old is a mindset.
I mean, I think these are two different concepts.
Would you say Daryl is old? Would you say Daryl is old?
In years, yes. At heart, no.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying. There's two different categories for, like, we're talking about two different concepts here of old. As in age or the way someone acts, like how someone lives their life.
I don't think it matters.
No, but both are different, right? Because you can be old physically and young mentally, or like young in the way you live life, or you can be young physically and be very mature and old with the way you live life. Like it's two concepts of young and old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a gradient? You can't be young at heart but old in person? I'm joking.
What do you mean?
I don't
Josh
know.
doesn't know what he's saying.
I was trying to compare it to a gradient so I could talk about space-time.
Alrighty then. Well,
go ahead, talk about space-time.
So
yeah,
basically, Neil deGrasse Tyson here. People say you can't travel through the universe because it'll take too long, you know?
Yeah.
But you could just put a computer on a spaceship and then send it out at light speed. And since it's going light speed, it won't travel through time because you can only either travel through. So space time's like a gradient. You either you can be in between traveling through space and time, or you could either go only like traveling only through space. You wouldn't be traveling through time, or you could travel through time only and not be traveling through space. So if you're going light speed, you wouldn't be traveling through time at all. So if you send a computer on a spaceship, it's going to be like billions of years for that computer by the time it gets to its destination, but it's only going to be like a minimal amount of time after you send it into space for you. So you could send it back, and it's been like billions of years for the computer, but by the time it gets back, it could be like 3 days.
That's literally time travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally the computer is experiencing extended time.
If someone went on that spaceship, they would have to live like billions of years to get to that planet.
Exactly.
But if you send a computer that lives forever, it can get there and get back and not, I mean, it would age, but it wouldn't, like, age a human.
Dude, that's
what kind of computer do you know that'll live 1 billion years?
Probably, I don't know, any computer.
You realize this is all theoretical.
Do computers even deteriorate?
Actually, it's not even theoretical. There's a hypothesis, and then what are the 3 stages of the scientific process?
Yeah,
or
I
like,
think it starts with hypothesis.
Yeah, because you come up with a hypothesis, and then you test that hypothesis thoroughly, and then you come up with
a theory,
and then you come up with a law after that. But granted, I mean, law is extensively tested and works in almost every situation, but using the definition of the scientific process, it is not technically 100%. As in, it is not the truth. It is not fact.
We got the energy now since they just came out with the new fusion reactor. It fuses hydrogen into helium, which produces a lot of heat. Like, that's what the sun does. It's totally clean energy. It doesn't produce
what
any.
What country came up with this?
It's like Sweden or something.
Have you ever heard of Star Wars?
The
concept, like, from the 80s, that not the movie, but I think our president at one point said that we had, I think, satellites that could shoot lasers. So essentially, he was saying we had, like, we could initiate Star Wars and all that, and that scared other countries.
That was basically a scare tactic.
So,
but a fusion reactor, it's literally simple. There's schematics online, but like,
dude, so simple, and there were schematics online. Then how come only now they're coming out with it?
Maybe they just found out there's radicals of hydrogen or something. I don't know.
It seems a little like,
it's kind of dumb though.
So simple, anyone can do it. When it's been like an ongoing process of trying to figure out how to get something like that.
What's kind of dumb is, like, you think of nuclear reactors and everything, and you're thinking, oh, it must be so high tech. How are they getting that energy? It just produces heat, and that heat produces steam, which turns turbines. And so it's basically just steam power. Fission and fusion reaction just produces heat, which is steam power. And they haven't thought of any better way to transform heat into energy yet, so it's literally just steam. And I thought that was kind of dumb.
So, because did you know, depending on if a certain power grid goes off, I think there's locations in the United States that have the ability to utilize old steam engines to jumpstart a small portion of power, like certain power grids. So, like, if an EMP or something goes off, there is still something that is not computerized that can produce power. Which is interesting.
Hey, AJ, how good is your handwriting? What?
My handwriting is not that good.
I don't think we can hear you.
You can't hear me?
Well, you were kind of
pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit better. Yeah.
Yeah, my handwriting is not that good.
Do you ever feel embarrassed when you have to write your signature?
No. See, I can do my signature really good if I wanted to. But most of the time, like, I just don't care enough to do my signature good. I've done a good signature before, though.
What about when you're filling out a application for a job or something on
Most of them
paper?
are online.
Yeah, but what it,
I haven't
like
done a paper application in forever.
Dude, that was incoherent.
he hasn't
What do you
done a
mean?
paper application in forever.
Oh,
Um,
maybe I'm incoherent.
you don't write ever?
Not
Who?
really, no.
I only
Not
write,
only for like D&D.
yeah, and I only write to take notes in D&D.
Really? I journal every day. Just for
Yeah, but
daily stuff.
Tyler, is your handwriting good?
My cursive is like my copperplate,
Yeah, but is your print good?
my print. It's
Yeah.
decent if I take my time, but I've got shorthand, so I mean, not super readable to others.
Can you can you go back in your journal and read your previous entries? Because some people
Yeah,
have such bad handwriting where they can't read
They
back
can't
their
even read it
notes.
themselves.
that's literally the difference between shorthand and having bad handwriting. Is if you can go back and you can read it, then it's shorthand. But if you can go back and you can't read it, you just have bad handwriting. You know that, right?
Yeah,
What's the length of the podcast currently?
it's at 50. I'll you can go. I'll continue it.
Yeah, do you gotta go, Tyler?
Yeah, I might have to hop off and let you guys finish off this podcast, but I'll be back for the next one.
Stalling.
Ballin' and shot calling. Alrighty, well, thanks for having me on here. It was fun, and I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, we might have you on next time.
You're definitely having me on next time. It's not an option.
We have other people in queue, okay?
That's too bad. I'm already on the next one.
People want to come back on the podcast.
I don't know about that. Are you
People
sure?
do actually want to come back on. Like Lisette wants to come back on. I know what Mark wanted to come back on. Israel hasn't been on yet. But Leo is gonna come back on with Israel.
With Israel? With?
Josh?
Yeah. Oh. Oh, I was muted. I was muted in Discord. With Israel?
Why? Yeah, Leo's gonna come on with Israel.
Sick.
You didn't know that?
No. I mean, I guess you're the planner.
Guest.
Yeah. You get the guests on. I just sit in the back and edit the podcast.
Yeah, I mean that's all you let me do in the basement.
Yeah, I just give you your phone so that you can contact other people.
So
I trust you because we're friends.
yeah, duh.
Did you see the new OTK Reacts or whatever? Or not Reacts, but it's the teacher one.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they just came out with that. It's pretty good.
Like today?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen much of the case. What
It's the usual like skit thing. It's not an intro to anybody coming into the.
Well, yeah, they just did it. What do you think of the sort of entry?
It was pretty good. I liked the showmanship, except for the end where the cameraman thought it was out of shot, where you could clearly see that he wasn't stabbing the guy.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
You get any Lego sets recently?
No, I haven't gotten. I want to get this One Piece Lego set though.
They have a One Piece Lego set?
Yeah.
Is it official?
I don't think so. But the set sent it to me.
They're called Egos.
But it looks really good. I do want to get it. You get anything recently? Anything new? Anything cool? Any gadgets? Gizmos?
I've taken apart and re-put together the same Minecraft set like 10 times.
Why?
Because, you know, that's the whole part of the enjoyment, is putting it together.
You don't like show them off or anything anyway? Not like a shelf for your Legos?
Who would I show it to?
No, just put it on display in your room or something, man.
I have a full... No, I'm not going to talk about that. Well, yeah, I will. I have a shelf that's full of stuffed animals, but that's not because... It's not weird, because it's stuffed animals I earned in a claw machine.
Oh, okay, see, that's cool.
I used to work at
You're good at claw machines or what?
Yeah, I used to work at a pizza place that had one.
And you would just play it like whenever?
Yeah, and then
on your break, that's all you would do?
Whenever the guy refilled the machine, I'd be like, hey, can you move that one? It's kind of tough to get.
Wow.
And he was like, yeah,
you
sure.
cheated.
Yeah, but like when there's like piles of toys in there, like one in the bottom that I want is gonna take me like a whole year.
Because you had all the rest already, or what?
Yeah, I was kind of collecting them, and then I quit. I got around maybe like 10 to 20 stuffed animals.
Yeah,
I'm waiting to give them away because like I just don't want them in my room. They just sit.
What are you gonna give them?
And I lined them up so they're all like facing the same way, like a grandma does with tchotchkes and stuff.
Yeah.
Where they all face out, and the shorter ones are in the front.
You waiting to get a girlfriend to give her like a bunch of stuffed animals?
Yeah, but I'll give her one at a time and say that I got it in a claw machine game.
She's never gonna come to your house or what and see all the ones you have on the shelf?
No, I would hide them.
Okay.
Like,
where at? You have like a hiding spot already that you thought of?
Yeah, I have an attic entrance in my room.
Oh, and you're just gonna have an empty shelf in your room. So you make them with Legos, so you can fill the shelf up with Legos as a cover up.
I don't think, it's crazy because I keep seeing media with the Death Star Lego set in it, and they keep saying like, hey, yeah, it takes like a whole month to build, or like 3 months.
You can build it in a night.
And I'm like, yeah, like how does that take you 3 months? I've built like 500-piece sets in one night.
A bit more than 300 in a night.
Yeah, I don't think it would take me more than like 3 days. If I'm not doing anything else on those days. It might take like 5 on my free time.
Yeah.
But that's if I'm really speed building it.
That one piece set is like 1,500 pieces almost.
Is it a whole ship?
Yeah, it's a whole ship with all 9 characters.
In One Piece, though, it's the ship. Is it just the top of the ship? Because I don't know if they really show the interior of the ship that much, except for the kitchen room.
No, it's the whole ship.
Really?
Yeah.
In its canon, the layout?
From what I can tell, yeah.
That's pretty sick. I always liked like behind the scenes like merch that showed you like the in-depth details. Yeah, the behind the scenes details. Like the Lego Death Star, I think that's pretty cool because you can see all the rooms in the Death Star.
Yeah. No, man, I've been watching Hobbits for season 3.
Yeah.
It's getting pretty lit, I'm not gonna lie.
What's
You watched all of them.
You're in the fire. Are you in the fire book? What book are you in? Oh, nice. That's
season 3.
Is each season a book? I forgot.
Yeah. So yeah, book 1 is the water.
Yeah.
Book 2 is the earth, and book 3 is the fire. And Aang learns a new element in each one.
Do you like the Boomy character?
Boomy.
The ruler, the king guy.
King? He's pretty weird.
The old guy?
I've only ever seen him the one time, when he was locked up.
What, you didn't see him the first time?
No, when he was locked up.
Okay. I honestly can't piece together the timeline of that show in my head. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything.
But I can tell you what part I'm at. Right now, Aang left so they were on the ship they stole from the Fire Navy.
Yeah.
And Aang left because he was like, nah, I messed up. I let say get taken over or whatever. Because he died and then got revived. And he went off on his own, washed up on some lava island.
Okay.
And then he what's it called? The rest of the group showed up and they've been going to like different places and hiding out. And then they stole some Fire Nation clothes and now they're in one of the Fire Nation cities. But they're waiting for the eclipse so they can take down the Fire Lord.
Okay.
Yeah, Zuko has not joined the team yet. I know he does, but he has not joined the squad yet.
You like the Zuko's grandfather?
You mean his uncle?
Yeah, uncle. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. My favorite character is Toph.
Yeah, especially when people ask her to read something.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like when they're putting up signs for Papa, and she was like, "What, you think I can't do it?" And she put the sign up backwards.
Well, she put it up, so like technically she did it.
She put it up facing the wrong way though.
Yeah, but like, what do you expect? You're expecting her to put it up the right way? Like,
I mean, if she's gonna act like she can do it, then yeah.
So I saw you playing Brawl Stars today.
Yeah, I was playing Brawl Stars earlier. I saw you on as well. I haven't been playing too much, but I did get Casey to start playing.
What? You're getting her to play all the Supercell games? That's how you burn somebody
She
out.
already played. Oh, she already played Clash of Clans and Heyday.
Heyday is literally garbage. I tried that for like a whole month.
Whoa.
It's garbage.
Heyday isn't that bad.
Literally, what do you do in it? You just craft.
You build your farm up.
You craft and that's it.
Yeah, you craft and sell.
You craft until you can't craft no more. And then...
She got me to download Heyday.
It's not good.
But I have it on there, and because we're friends on Supercell or whatever, on Supercell ID, you showed up on there, your farm showed up.
And you
And I'll
checked
be
it out?
honest, man, you're not that good, bro. You're kind of trash.
I
I think
deleted
that's
the
why you're
game.
salty, because you're bad.
You have
That's my
to
theory.
you have to get so you get like customers that want specific things like bounty board type stuff.
Yeah.
And then you go to the mailbox and then you buy it from other farms and then you give it to...
No, you can make it.
No, it takes too long.
Oh my. See, that's why you're not good.
It takes like all 3 days.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, it takes like a whole hour. But like...
At your level, less than that. You're like level 13.
What level are
Nothing
you?
could make
What level
an
are you?
hour. Let me pull it up right now. I'll pull it up right now.
Pull it up.
You're just mad because your farm is bad, bro. I'm playing Fallout Shelter again, too. Though. Fallout Shelter is fun. You ever play Fallout Shelter?
Yeah, but the upgrades started taking too long when I got towards the end. I got like 18. No.
Look, bro, your farm was only level 12. Mine is level 14, bro.
What? I'm downloading the game just so I can get a higher level.
You're downloading it just to try and pass me?
I'm going to pass you, but like...
That's sad.
I'm just trying to get you off the game. It's not like I want to play it.
Yeah, I'm sure, dude. It really sounds like you do want to play it.
I just want to ruin your day.
Yeah, I'm sure. You can't ruin my day, Jack. You have no control.
What?
You can't ruin my day. You have no control over my day.
Well, you know, when I talked about your earwax, you kinda got your day ruined.
I don't have that much earwax.
Is your day ruined yet?
No.
Okay.
You can't ruin my day. You have no power. You're just a nerd. I'm sorry, that was too far.
Yeah. I don't want you ever to say that again, because you
I ruined your day?
You ruined my day.
See, that's the difference between me and you. You let other people ruin your day. Sad.
I'm still disappointed that I didn't get the raid weekend on Clash of Clans.
You gonna do the war?
I'm out of raid tokens.
So you're not gonna do the war?
Well, I did I got 2 3 stars in the war.
Oh wow, you were popping off.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. Nobody's responded to my my clan chat message where I asked them what else they wanted from Dairy Queen, but like...
Yeah, probably no one's going to.
It's not even an inside joke. It's like a going joke in the chat. They've all been there when the joke was made.
I just hit level 15. So, what other topics did you have?
I have...
Yeah, just...
You want to talk about Rumbleverse?
You can tell me about it. I have not. So,
It's a new Epic Games game. It's on season 1. Uh, it's like a fighting game. It's like Brawlhalla, but 3D. And you don't have characters you choose from though. It's not like a roster fighting game. It's more like sorry, my dad was talking to me. Anyway, it's like it's not a roster game. It's like you create your character as you're playing by drinking like you pick up buffs from crates that are around the map, and then you also get special moves from those crates. And some special moves are better than others, but it doesn't really matter what special move you get. They're all pretty all right. I don't think there's like a tier list or anything.
It is. I guarantee you there's a tier list of how competitive this game is.
Well,
is there a competitive mode?
What?
Is there a competitive mode?
Yeah, I think there's Elo. It's an Elo and it's a battle royale. I've only played like 3 games, and
you're not good.
Well, I got like I have a higher than 1 kill death ratio. I've gotten at least 2 kills per game.
So if it's a battle royale in a fighting game, how does it work?
It's kind of, you don't really want to do a 1v1v1 because it's kind of bad for your, like, it's too chaotic. Now, if you're doing a 1v1, it's like you have to soul read the opponent to know what they're gonna do. But there's kind of cues, like if they do a unblockable, you can't block it, but you can dodge roll. And when they do an unblockable, they turn like red. They get like a red aura, and you have like a half a second to react to it to dodge roll. And then you can sometimes you can punish if they miss a combo. Like if you shield a whole combo, then you can punish with your own attack. And you can combo special attacks by throwing them into a wall and then hitting them again. Like if they're in the air, you can hit them again. And I think there's like a hard cap to how many times you can hit them in the air, but like it's like yeah. But they get iframes if they get knocked down onto the ground or they hit the ground.
Yeah, time iframes.
What?
Your combos? Time combos with the iframes or what?
No, it's just they get hard picked iframes after they hit the ground. It's like a hard number.
You gotta juggle people.
Yeah. That's how you get a quick kill. Cuz you do like 100 damage each hit and you start with like 900 health. So it goes pretty fast when you're fighting somebody. But then there's super mode, where if you charge up your super bar, you can activate super and you get a special charge attack where it does like all of their health. So it's like a confirmed kill. It's like a confirmed kill if you hit it. But I think
it's hard to hit?
Kind of, but not really. It's not really that hard if you if they miss like an attack and then you can punish them with it, because it has the same charge up as any of your other special attacks.
Do you think this game is gonna die out like the other Epic games, Dauntless.
Well, Dauntless is like you have to repeat the same thing over and over again for minimal rewards. This one is a battle royale where everybody wants to win. And when you win, you get like dopamine, you know? In Dauntless, you're like, oh, I beat this boss. What did I get? I didn't get the item I was looking for. I guess I gotta grind it out.
Yeah. I like grindy games though. Like Trove. I played Trove forever.
I think Dauntless was too grindy though.
You think Dauntless was more grindy than Trove?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Trove was so grindy.
We didn't get too far into Dauntless.
Yeah, that's fair.
We were at the beginner levels and it was already grindy. It probably ramps up by like 100%.
Trove was always grindy from the beginning though too.
The grindiest thing in that game is the dragons, and those aren't even that bad. I mean,
yeah,
they're kind of bad, but like
this grinding power.
Well, yeah, we're at an hour and 11. Do you want to just end it off here? Hello. Oh no. Hey Jay, are you alive? You have a heart attack? I can't hear you, by the way. Maybe your AirPods died. Well, guys, my co-host might have had cardiac arrest, maybe a pulmonary edema or something. We're gonna we'll see you next time on the next episode. See ya.